Vinyl Guru in the house, and we are back to talk to you about another Grail that I think has been on my collection for a long time. Especially when I discovered this band, I was hooked. Probably my favorite current band at the moment, and let's walk you through as to why. Woo! Don't forget to subscribe, by the way. Oh my goodness, please and thank you. It really helps. We do the work for you guys. We do the work. I give you the goods. I deliver you the grills. I deliver you the cool, interesting, titillating information. And, we need the help we can get. We need all the help we can get. It really matters. So I appreciate that. Get those, likes up. And if you know friends that are also vinyl collectors, please be sure to tell them about the channel. It would mean the world. El mundo. Yes. Speaking of, let's cut to the band. Now, this is a band I've loved for quite a long time now, ever since I discovered this album of theirs. This is Khruangbin's Beautiful Universe Smiles Upon You. And yes, I got it squiggled by them when I met them, beautiful souls. And the reason why I said El Mundo is because blam! This is, of course, the classic album of theirs that everybody knows to love. But I was sad that I discovered this band a little too late. I discovered these guys when a lot of their stuff started getting rare, the stuff in the past. I think I discovered them like around 2016-ish or something. End of 2017. I remember end of 2017 because trying to get their older stuff was terrible. Let me give you an example of what some Grail action would be for a band like this that is phenomenal and only 10 years old of a band, but has such a legacy and such a vinyl collecting type of band. And I'll give you a reason as to why. Alright, so let's get into it. Let me show you the hot details. So Khruangbin is an amazing band. They came out about like 10 years ago, 2011-ish. I think they formed in 2009, released something really obscure. They released cassette situation, self-released, without a label. And that's pretty obscure and rare to get too for any of the collectors of cassettes out there, or any collectors of the band out there. But what I was interested in, and what is to me the Grail of this band for me, is this particular 45 that they put out. This was also a self-released 45 that let us get the information. Okay. So as you can see, I cannot pronounce that at all because it is in Thai, and I don't speak Khmer. I don't, but I am interested in this. This came out in two different versions. One just a regular limited white label version, and then one like the vinyl looks different, on both versions, as you can see here. Lamb. And I've super been wanting this for a long time, and I've been keeping an eye out on it ever since 2016, 17, ever since I discovered these guys. But sadly, my goodness, is it terrible to try to get hold of one of these. Let's look at some of these prices, man. I mean, this is just terrible. So you've got the one version that has skyrocketed in value, selling for hundreds of dollars. And to be honest, this is it's a Grail to me because it's a part of the band's history, It's their first thing that they put out. It's such a cool thing to get, pre-label. To me, I'm so geeky when it comes to stuff like that. Musical junkie geekness in me is... this is like a Guar video, just all gore, just over this, To me, it makes me feel so, j'adore. But if you look at the stats on this, it's really terrible. I mean, you've got only 13 people that have it and 327 people that want it. Harsh on the blood veins here. But... so this is a band that they're hard to get for vinyl, Then you've got some of the 10 inches that they came out around 2014, which I think were Record Store Day releases. They also released this as a 12-inch after a couple of years later, but I was never able to get that either. But so there's 10-inch versions of this, and they also, if you can see here, blam, go for some mullahs. You've got three singles, that is, all on songs off of Universe Smiles Upon Us. You got Infamous Bill, A Calf Born in Winter, and History of Flight. One of them is it's a 45, it's a 7-inch, the Calf Born in Winter. Also demanding triple digits, of course. You've got the other one here as well, which is History of Flight. This only came out as a 10-inch. And this one as well is commanding about $400. Woo! For a 10-inch. Not many of you know how many people play 10 inches. Oops. Going there. But seriously, this is such fetish for real, collectors of the band. And I'm that kind of person. I don't know about you. Comment in the comments down below. If you're the type of person that likes a band, are you the kind of person that does like to buy all their stuff if you love them? Or are you just kind of a casual lover? Like if you only like their particular album or era of the artist, you'll just buy that. Are you that person? Or are you that kind of die-hard person like me? I'm so ride or die. If I love you, I am loyal to the bone. I'm kind of the perfect consumer for an artist, really. You just gotta win me over, right? But such a solid band, such a cohesive band, such a band I've talked about a couple of times now, for good reason, for good measure. They blend multiple genres, and I often love the genre benders of music because they tend to bring a lot of people together. And so when you see them at shows, you see this wonderful array of color in the audience, that it's like, okay, they're not a band that you can pinpoint on the street, where, oh yeah, that person listens to that band, or that person listens to that. And there's a lot of bands that are like that, but these guys, it's up for grabs. And I've always loved artists like that can bring multiple worlds together. The soccer mom and the 17-year-old, the 51-year-old and the 32-year-old, just everything, all kinds of cocktails. And this is that band. For me, and a lot of people that are just musical people, I love this band. All right, so as you can see, there's not that much opportunity to be able to get these, which is really unfortunate. The only one that really had a chance here is the Infamous Bill, which came out on 10-inch, numbered for, I think this was a Record Store Day release, that's why. And then also came out on 12-inch. But even the 12-inch that came out 4 years later, look at the prices. Look at the prices for this. $300 bucks. $300 for a single. Crazy. Come on. And let's check out that 10-inch. Yeah, about the same. You gotta love it, folks. Personally, me, I'd rather have the 12-inch because I know, I prefer maxis. I've always been a 12-inch maxi girl. So it kind of bums me out that these are put out on 10-inch. But hey, 10-inch is still cool, and it's still a big size, and we like it. But, man, doesn't it suck? Doesn't it suck when you discover a band, and you kind of are a completist type of person, and you want to kind of, but then you look back, and you were a few years late. I was 2-3 years late. And which led to this fiasco, of course, and it just sucks. And they really blew up on this album, El Mundo, when it came out. Everybody started, getting into them on that album. That was the album that kind of catapulted them. But I do wish I knew about them prior to. Doesn't that suck too sometimes when you... I know you guys know this dilemma. Sometimes I wish I could, know bands ahead of time before all this chaos ensues years later, but it's the roll of the dice. This is how the world works. Anyway, comment down below if you listen to this band, understand that, cared for any, are you a 10-inch listener? Talk to me. I'm a geek, I'm all over the place, but are you guys all over the place? I'd love to know. Let's hear it, folks. Toodaloo, baby. Whew. Toodaloo, honey. Oh my gosh. Toodaloo.